We wanted to be something different.
We're a people business.
It's there ultimately to make us better leaders.
5 years in, but there's still a lot to learn.
The learning curve's been pretty steep.
If people are engaged, they're going to give the absolute best quality service for our customers.
There's huge benefit for everyone.
We genuinely read every bit of feedback, whether it's anonymous or with a name on it.
Health and wellbeing is massively important.
I don't think I've ever been into an office and been greeted by so many people.
There's no big egos here.
Everyone here is lovely.
And I think we've just created something really amazing.
And it all comes down to individuals, the people.
There's just a great energy here.
I'm Emma Montgomery and I head up the employee experience team at Wilson Partners. Essentially, we are called an employee experience team as opposed to an HR team because we wanted to be something different and we believe that we are something different. Of course, we do the traditional HR parts of that, but it's very much people focused. So everything we do is focusing on how can we make our employee experience the absolute best that it can be. And that's why we've had lots of initiatives and lots of projects over, the last few years around development of our people. So our various kind of management and leadership programs around the soft skill stuff on that as well. We've done lots around our offerings, so around our reward packages and how we motivate people to come in and give their best to the business. We look at our engagement. We understand that if people are engaged, they're going to give the absolute best quality service for our customers. We really want to listen to our people, so we've introduced lots of ways that we can do that through our various surveys and focus groups and different committees that we have. So everything we do is around our employees' experience, their well-being, mental health, their training and development, all those good things that you'd expect. And that's why, as I say, we're an employee experience team as opposed to an HR team.
We're a people business, first and foremost. So super important for us to be bringing people on the journey. And I think a large part of that is extending it to just beyond being a job for people. It's something that people feel pride in the organisation they work for, the difference they're making to our clients, and also the difference we're making in our community. I'm a big believer as we continue to grow and be successful, that there's huge benefit for everyone that's associated with the business. For us, it's key that we're working with other businesses that come on board and share similar values and have a similar culture. They will all be different. You can't not have a different location, for example, that will have exactly the same culture. But there are ways that we work with our teams, the way we communicate, the way we're transparent, that can kind of accentuate and enhance some of those cultural aspects of what is already a good culture. I think the other thing then is around demonstrating kind of the opportunities that exist across locations and across service lines, so people can see a brighter future for them and also the positive impact it has on our clients through being able to serve them with many, many more services than they might ordinarily have got through their individual smaller firm.
Yep, that one. So I'm Finley Crawford. I'm a client assistant at Wilson Partners and I've been here for about nearly 6 months now. I came in basically blind. I didn't have much experience, and in the last 6 months it's been great because I've learned loads. Like the learning curve's been pretty steep, but I've learned every day a lot from working with all of my peers who are incredibly intelligent, so it kind of just rubs off on me. But yeah, it's been great. Everyone's been super helpful. I can ask questions to anyone, and everyone's always happy to help, and they'll always sort of sit down with me and take their time.
I was, I think, on the second wave of the leadership development programme last year, and really enjoyed it. I think it was really well structured in terms of kind of how it makes you think about your sort of behaviours. It's there ultimately to make us better leaders, and I think what it addresses actually is anyone, within the business. Everyone is a leader, so anyone in the business can kind of go on it. It's not there for the management board, it's not there for the board, it's not there for heads of department, it's there for anybody. And I think what people get out of it is a sort of real understanding of the impact of their that they can have on others, and the impact their actions have. And actually what I really enjoyed was also just the opportunity to kind of get to know other people within the business. We're now 300 strong, so you don't know everybody really, really well, but actually there's always a cohort from every single office on each of the programs, and so there's always an opportunity to kind of get to know different people.
We're really proud of the culture that we've got, and we know that we do have a really engaged workforce, but we don't want to just sit back and okay, that's great, let's not do anything else. We want to make sure that we again listen to our people, so we use all the feedback from the various surveys and focus groups that we do, and we understand what's important to our people. So we know, for example, that health and well-being is massively important. We've had lots of conversations around mental health within our business and how it's different experiences have affected different people. So we've had a real focus on having a well-being team, for example, with that focus on mental health, and had various initiatives around that. We also took lots of feedback from our surveys and have introduced, we've just started actually our journey around our diversity and inclusion. So again, we've talked to our people and we've understood, okay, what's important to you, what do you want to see? And we've put together a committee around that and actually looked at 2 strategic areas. So we're really focused on empowering women in leadership and neurodiversity within our business. So they've been a massive focus area for us. So I think culture is massively important. We know we're pretty good at it as a whole, but we can always do better, and we're working on a lot of the feedback on an ongoing basis, and we will continue to do that.
Yeah, for me, feedback and transparency is really important in the business. We genuinely read every bit of feedback, whether it's anonymous or with a name on it. I think what we've done is put in some really good processes for people to be able to give that feedback and communication in a forum that suits them, so that people feel they can actually trust that their opinions matter. I think this just helps openness and trust and makes people feel like they're part of the wider team. We want everyone to feel that their role is important and that there's no big hierarchies and someone is more important than someone else. And I hope that comes across to the team.
I'm Kaylee Richardson-Taylor, an Audit and Accounts Senior at Wilson Partners Maidenhead office. Back when I started, the team was only 4 of us in audit, and now there's 17 and counting. So I've really grown with the company, and it's nice to look back at the expansion in the team and in scope of work and the business in general. I think the main thing that, from what I understand, is that they like to develop what they already have. They don't have a high staff turnover, so you can tell that they like to invest in the people, which is promising for people like me who have come in as a trainee. Now I'm a senior, but it's the opportunities that are open and the avenues that I can go down.
So my name's James and I'm a senior client advisor at Wilson Partners.
And what's it like working with Wilson Partners?
It's really enjoyable, to be fair. So I joined Wilson Partners over 5 years ago, and it feels like it's been a matter of months, so I think that's a good sign. Everyone here is lovely, and yeah, it makes it a really enjoyable place to work.
Why is Wilson Partners a great place to work? I mean, I think there's not enough superlatives to kind of describe why Wilson Partners really is great. A lot of people talk about the people here. That we've been very lucky, but I think it's not just luck. It's a cultural thing that we've attracted like-minded people. So there's no big egos here. There's no hidden agendas. Everybody is kind of on the same page. And I think we hire people that recognise that if they want to go, far in their career, they can do that here. The sky's the limit. And so there's just a great energy here. We're just surrounded by really lovely people that I enjoy working with. So what's not to love?
I don't think I've ever been into an office and been greeted by so many people. It's really refreshing and everyone's really friendly. It's just the culture that is set by management. We have the summer events, the Christmas parties, and we try and do like end of month activities, which gives us an opportunity to kind of discuss and talk to people we haven't really spoken to before or don't usually work with. Those events kind of break the ice and allow us to have the confidence to discuss things and kind of talk to other people.
I can go to literally anyone in the business, go up to them, have like the small talk, how you doing, then have a chat about work, and even if I get stuff wrong, no, they're not going to judge me, and at the end of the day get the job for the client, get that right?
Wilson Partners is a great place to work because, well, I'd say the absolute main thing is going to be the people, and I'm sure most people here would say that. I think I absolutely love it, have done from the day I joined. I think it has a leadership team that really does what it says it's going to do. When they say they're going to put people first, they absolutely do.
In terms of balancing studies with work, my close team and the wider team have been really kind of helpful in juggling them both. Firstly, in order to do my job right, but also get my exams out of the way, and luckily to pass them all. The relaxed nature of the company and them being really kind of welcoming helps me kind of perform and learn as much as possible, which is good for me because 5 years in, but there's still a lot to learn.
I think everybody absolutely loves coming into work. We're all very supportive of each other. It's a safe environment. I think people feel safe that they can make a mistake if as they're learning, or things don't always necessarily go to plan, but we all support each other and we learn from that. And I think we've just created something really amazing in terms of the culture, the people, what we've got and what we're doing as a business as a whole. So yeah, I think it's amazing.
It's interesting when you reflect on what has been a 17-year journey for me, and what the pride is within the business, or the pride I feel about the business, and it all comes down to individuals, the people, those individual exam successes, the promotions that people get, winning new clients, that sort of thing, the everyday activities that essentially you see people growing, gaining more confidence, gaining skills, and that's the bit that actually you take a lot of pride in, being a small part of allowing that to happen, really.